Welcome students. In previous video I explained you about the application of an operational amplifier. Let me continue that. Inverting summing amplifier. Inverting summing amplifier, it indicates that operational amplifier we are going to use for a mathematical operation. So first we are going to add the things here. So I am taking the three voltages and I am going to add that. How I am going to add that means the voltage what I have taken, that I have connected to a inverting terminal of an op-amp. You can see in the figure that I have connected the voltage source V1, V2 and V3 to a inverting terminal, and the RF as usual I have connected, and the non-inverting terminal I have grounded. Due to this grounding of a non-inverting terminal, we'll get the concept of virtual ground. I have explained you this in the previous video. Let me have a connection have been established means how the current is going to flow in this. So first voltage source V1, if I consider the current flows through that, I am considering as a I1, and V2 as a I2 and V3 as a I3, and the current through the feedback loop is considered as a IF. So after that you can see I am applying the KCL rule for this. KCL is nothing but Kirchhoff current law. Using that, it tells that the feedback current is equal to the sum of the equivalent of this individual current. That is, I have written as I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to IF. So I1 I can write that as a V1 minus 0. 0 how I have written here means because of the concept of virtual ground. So I am writing as V1 minus 0 divided by R1 as usual. V2 minus 0 divided by R2. V3 minus 0 divided by R3. That is equal to, I want to take the current across this feedback loop. So here I am considering the virtual ground concept. So I am writing as a 0 minus V out divided by RF. So the above equation I can rewrite like this, that is V1 by R1 plus V2 by R2 plus V3 by R3, that is equal to minus V out by RF. So finally I can write this as a V out should be equal to minus of RF by R1 V1 plus RF by R2 V2 plus RF by R3 V3. So the output of this finally I can write when I consider V1 plus V2 plus V3 all are equal means I can again rewrite this as a inverting op-amp equation, that is nothing but V out is equal to minus R by R1 Vn. For the same inverting summing amplifier, I am just considering the resistance what I have taken for voltage source 1, 2, 3 is equal to R. That is I have written as R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3. I am just rewriting that as a R. So the above equation I can rewrite that as a V out is equal to minus RF by R V1 plus V2 plus V3. So again if I consider RF is equal to R1 means I can write this as a V out is nothing but minus of V1 plus V2 plus V3. This is nothing but what the voltage I am feeding to a inverting terminal I can add it easily. For the same inverting summing amplifier, for the above equation I am considering, I am giving the next condition, that is R1 not equal to R2 not equal to R3, means what are the resistance I have taken, all are different values. So at that time the above equation I can rewrite that as a RF by R1 not equal to RF by R2 not equal to RF by R3. So I am just representing RF by R1 as a RF by R2 as a B, RF by R3 as a C. So I can rewrite the above equation as V out is equal to minus of A V1 plus B V2 plus C V3. The next case for inverting summing amplifier, what I am giving is R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3, that is equal to R. but RF by R, R1, R2, R3 all are same, but RF is different. So I'm giving that as RF by R, that is equal to 1RN. That is now I'm just considering here N is number of inputs. How much I have given here? I have given 3 input voltage. So I can write that N as a 1R3. So I can rewrite the above equation as V out is equal to minus RF by R, that is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. So RF by R is nothing but what? 1R3. So I can rewrite that as V out is equal to minus of V1 plus V2 plus V3 divided by 3. That is nothing but what? Averaging the things here. So inverting sum, if I go for inverting summing amplifier, these are some application of it. Means if I use this concept, I can sum the things. I have given the first equation, that is V out is equal to what? Minus V1 plus V2 plus V3. That is nothing but what? I'm just adding the things there. So for same thing, if I give some condition, means I can average the things also. I have given the third equation, that is what? V out is equal to minus of V1 plus V2 plus V3 divided by 3. That is nothing but what? Averaging the things there. And the last one is scaling. Scaling means I have given the equation A V1 plus B V2 plus C V3. This is some application of, if I go for inverting summing amplifier, I have a more advantage compared to a non-inverting summing amplifier. And if I go for this summing amplifier, I can also provide the DC offset. And if I go for this one, again I can convert this analog to a digital. And for audio mixer also we'll use the same configuration. The main property of this inverting summing amplifier, what it can do means it can isolate the things. I can give this output as an input for some other circuit. That is nothing but isolation. We can provide the isolation here. So what the equation I will get? The original equation V out is equal to minus of RF by R1 V1 plus RF by R2 V2 plus RF by R3 V3. So I want to make this positive voltage, mean the same output what I am obtaining, I am giving the input for the voltage follower. The second circuit what I have written in the yellow color, it indicates that it's nothing but a voltage follower. So voltage follower means what the input I am giving, same output I am going to get. So I am giving for what? Non-inverting terminal. Minus into minus, it become plus. So I can get the output as V out is equal to, I am just eliminating this minus, I will get V out is equal to what? RF by R1 V1 plus RF by R2 V2 plus RF by R3 V3. Next we'll move on to non-inverting summing amplifier. Means the inverting terminal I am grounding, and for non-inverting terminal I am giving a input. So if I am just considering the two input compared to inverting terminal, it is not easy for giving the input for a non-inverting terminal. It become very complication. While explaining the next slide, you will come to understand how complication you are facing here. So for that one, I am just considering the two voltage source and I am giving for a non-inverting summing amp. I am considering two voltage source and I am giving for a non-inverting terminal of an op-amp. If I give the voltage source like this, so we all know that the output, if I go for non-inverting terminal, it gives V out is equal to 1 plus RF by RA into V plus. V plus is nothing but what? The voltage produced due to V1 plus V2. We'll see how we can obtain. Next, I am giving the voltage source for a non-inverting terminal of an op-amp V1 and V2. So this V plus, how I can write this V plus as V plus is equal to what? V1 plus plus V2 plus. By using the superposition theorem, I can write V plus as V1 plus plus V2 plus. So this V1 plus, how I am considering that as a, how I am considering this means, see, I am just making that V2 is not acting, I am just considering just a V1. At that time, I can write this one as a V1 plus is equal to R2 by R1 plus R2 into V1. So as it is, V2 plus is equal to R1 by R1 plus R2 into V2. If I add that, so I will get this equation, that is V plus is equal to R2 by R1 plus R2 into V1 plus R1 by R1 plus R2 into V2. So V out, this is a non-inverting inverting terminal. So output, how I can write means V out is equal to 1 plus Rf by Ra into V plus. V plus is, I am just taking this equation. So finally I will get this. So finally I will get V out is equal to 1 plus Rf by Ra, that multiplied with R2 by R1 plus R2 into V1 plus R1 by R1 plus R2 into V2. So I'm just assuming that R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R. So I can write V out is equal to 1 plus Rf by Ra, V1 plus V2 by 2. So if I consider Rf is equal to Ra, so 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 will get cancelled. Finally I will get V out is equal to V1 plus V2. For same non-inverting summing amplifier, I am just considering the three voltage source, and I am connecting to a non-inverting terminal of an op-amp. So Vx is given as V1 plus V2 plus V3. So while considering the V1 at that time, so I'm just assuming only the voltage source, I'm giving the V1 and remaining I'm just grounding. So if I ground that, it has a resistor, so the resistor will act in the parallel. So finally I will get this circuit. So that one, the V1 plus, I can return that as a R2 parallel with R3, that is given as R1 plus R2 parallel with R3 into V1. As it is V2, as it is V3. So this much complication we are facing. The non-inverting terminal, I having this equation V1, V2, V3. So I'm just simplifying this one, means finally I will get V1 by 3, V2 by 3, V3 by 3. So if I consider R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3 is equal to R, means when I consider all this R are equal, I will get V1 by 3, V2 by 3 and V3 by 3. So finally V plus is given as V1 plus V2 plus V3 by 3. So V out is equal to 1 plus Rf by Ra into V plus. So this is the output of a non-inverting terminal. So I have now I simplified for Vx, V plus. So I can put for here. So I will get as 1 plus Rf by Ra, that is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 by 3. So if I consider 1 plus Rf by Ra is equal to 3, I am just assuming that. So this 3 and 3 will get cancelled. Finally, I can rewrite this as V out is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. So the most of the application, we won't go for non-inverting summing amplifier, we'll choose a inverting summing amplifier. Why? Because means this non-inverting summing amplifier, it become more complication. If I go for more voltage source, means again it become so much complicated, and using this configuration we can't isolate the things. We can obtain this and we can't go for scaling all those things. So preferably we'll go for inverting summing amplifier. Thank you students, and remaining in the next video I will update.